Okay, in this video, I'm going to cover what is the SAP security course about, and what are we going to cover in the class. So, as you know, SAP is a popular enterprise resource planning software, which is used by a lot of Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000, all the pharma, financials, manufacturing companies. One of the main advantages of SAP is it basically enforces the best business process practices within the company. So SAP, if a company is multinational, one of the I think best softwares for them to use is some kind of ERP software, and then among the ERP software, SAP is one of the leading ones. They are very tightly integrated between financials, manufacturing, and HR. So that is the reason SAP is very popular, and they are also multinational, multi-currency software. So they are very quite popular with very multinational companies. What does it mean by ERP? ERP is nothing but let's say, for example, company somebody is calling the company for ordering 100,000, let's say, for example, bottles. So the first step will be they will request for a quote. When they request for a quote, you can just basically give the quote, and then when they want to convert the quote into a sales order or purchase order, the salesperson can quickly check where is the supply available and how long it will take for him to get to the customer. Let's say, for example, the supply is not in one place, and it's basically in China and also in South America and also in the US. So you can basically put a production order to relevant countries, and then he can also check how many people are in that particular operations and how long it is going to take for the bottles to be made and shipped to the customer. So this is the power of ERP. Of course, there's much more to this, but I'm just giving you a scaled down version. Something about my experience. I'm basically working in SAP security for 15 years. Some of my major clients are mostly pharma, chemical, currently with the government. And I also worked with a lot of big six consulting firms. I've been a contractor for them, and I've seen clients with varied user base. So some maybe 2,000, 5,000. I have also seen for 25,000. So one of the things I have basically been a consultant all through my life. So I know what it takes to go between different clients and get used to different environments. So that gives me a good experience on what the client is expecting from a consultant or to get a job in SAP field. Okay. So this is some of the sample of my experience. Most of the projects currently are basically audit cleanup, audit remediation, also implementation of GRC. So this is something about SAP. SAP is basically found by 4 IBM employees, and it's basically enforcing the standard business process within all the organization within the company. Okay. So what are the things we are going to cover? What will be the course content? Okay. So the course content will be basically we will go through first initially introduction to SAP. Then we will go into R3 security concept. What is R3 used for? And each step of the way, we will also look at relevant to what you will be performing relevant to this topic. We will go into user administration, which is basically creation of users, role administration, which is basically specifying what the user will get within SAP. Okay, we will also look at what is called ASAP methodology, which is basically nothing but a methodology developed by SAP for rapid implementation. Okay, Then the second 10 hours, the first 10 hours we will look at that. The second 10 hours will be role administration, and then we will also look at role administration is an extensive topic. Basically, what it means is how we are going to give access to each user. So basically, the role will give them access to what they are going to perform within SAP. So we are also going to look at how to secure tables. Tables are key, which has sensitive information. Programs and custom. We are going to create custom security objects, and we are going to look at some other best practices within SAP. And we are going to look at what is called CAT, automation tools, and also how do we trace our security in the system. Okay. So next we will cover troubleshooting and tracing, SU24 updates, introduction to some of the basis functions, system administration, central user administration. How do we are going to control users from one location? It's called central user administration. Then we are going to cover system landscape. How do we transport role from one place to another? And how do we secure batch jobs and batch sessions? These are going into more into basis. And then how do we secure printing? How do we secure the print? Printing also can print a lot of sensitive information. How are you going to secure printing? Okay, then we will cover SOX analysis. So Versa compliance calibrator for SAP. This is a tool which basically compares multiple transactions and then sees whether the user or role has a SOD conflict, segregation of duties conflict. This is now called as SAP GRC risk analysis and remediation. Okay. Then we are also going to cover Versa Firefighter, which is basically how do we give elevated access for a certain period of time, and also make sure we track the person, make sure what he is using. Okay. Next we are going to cover SAP BW and BI security, SAP HR security. Those are the topics we will be covering, and then each and every topic we will also give you practice sessions, and then also we will also help you give real project type examples for you. So for example, when we do the user administration, so this document will be shared to everybody. So we will clearly list what are the different topics we covered within user administration. So for example, if you look at here, these are the 13 concepts you need to be clear in the user administration topic. So we will list out all the 13 topics which you need to be clear, and also we will also give you the exercises which are relevant to those topics. Okay. So for example, in the role administration, so we will list out all the topics relevant to role administration, and then we will also give you the assignments relevant to it. Okay, this is not giving the assignment for you. So we will perform in the class, and you will also be doing it in the system, each and every topic. And then we are just trying to list all the topics we covered, and then the relevant assignments for you to do at home. Okay. So we will review the assignments every day, and then make sure you are able to do it. So each and every point in this role concept, user concept, and all other concepts we are teaching will be listed, and we will make sure that you will be able to perform. Okay. So if you have any questions, we will also be able to answer, and then everything is hands-on. You will be doing all the exercises on the class, and everything is hands-on, and you will have access to the system 24 hours a day. And so if you have any questions, you can send me an email on my website. Thanks for listening.